let's get started. So this is a new installation of Windows 10. Should work also for Windows 11. So we need to search for Python and make sure you click on the official website for Python, uh, so, which will be python.org, and go click on downloads. And you want to download anything greater than 3.6, maybe even higher than that. They have had a few changes. So download that file, which I have already done, and double click the installation. So you will be greeted with this menu, and you can click install now, but let's not do that yet. We want to add Python to the path. And the reason why I want to add Python to the path is because we will be able to use Python in terminal or shell. But before we do that, I just want to make sure that we don't already have Python installed. So in search, type in cmd, click command prompt, and type in Python space dash dash version. And you'll notice that nothing has shown. The reason why you might be not want to do this is if you already have a previous installation, adding Python to path may mess everything up. You can fix it, but I won't show you how to do that. So we have no version of Python, so let's go ahead and click install now and let that install. Shouldn't take too long. Great. Click close. In this instance, we can now type in the same command or press up key, and we will see, well, I may need to open terminal again. Skip ahead, let's type in Python space dash version, and I have Python installed. So we can actually start using Python in command prompt, but we need to type in the command Python, and you'll notice that there's a few words telling the version that's installed and three angled brackets. So the first command that I'll teach you, and the first program that you will learn to type is printing hello world. So let's print, open brackets, double quote, hello world. I'm going to misspell that for now with an S. Notice that it printed hello world. So I can't, the problem with this is you can't actually delete what you've done and keep going. Well, in this instance, I just pressed up key, but you'll notice that it's a repetition of what I've just done. So we don't actually want to use this. So let's get out of this. So to get out of this, the command is, I believe it's end, open bracket, close bracket. No, it's exit, open bracket, close bracket. Great, so we're out. And I could have just pressed X, but I just wanted to show you that because that might come in handy a bit later. All right, well, so let's have a look at what's been installed. Here are the most recently added um, files, but we can scroll down to Python and see there's a few more things. What's I want you to click on are two things. Click on Python 36-bit. Let's put that to the right, and then also click on Python idle, ideally. Let's put that to the left. So let's look at the right. You'll notice that there's the same angle bracket, so that means you're already in Python. You don't need to type in Python anymore. So let's do the same command. Print um, hello world. Great. Now the problem with this is you can't really edit it. It's already there. So you can't just click on it and say change it up. So we won't use this. We'll actually be using this when we're testing our command. So let's close this off. So this actually looks exactly the same, just in a white background. And indeed, it acts the same. So let's go print hello world. Great. So, and it's actually, but the good thing is, it's actually got a few colors to indicate that things are happening. So we don't want to actually work in this either. What we want to do is we want to open a new file, and we want to first, you want, when you first start off, you want to actually have the one here, which indicates the lines of each code that you write. So what you need to do is go to options, configure idle, go to shell/ed, and just make sure you have show numbers in lines ticked, and that will show you which line you're working with. And that's probably the only thing you need to change right now. So you may have been told to use VS Code or PyCharm. They're great, and they make coding easy, but learning how to code without it, at least in the beginning, will make you a much better coder. So let's write another print statement. Print what is your name? Great. So we want to run this, but in order to run this, we actually need to save it. So let's click save, and let's put it on the desktop. So let's call this hello underscore world. Great, that's saved. And where is it on my desktop? There it is. So if we look at this file, it's actually a .py file, which is short for Python. So that's how it identifies itself as a Python file. So now if we click run, it's outputted what is your name. That's great. And let's just say I don't want this space in here. Well, the beauty about this is now we can go into it like you're typing in a text editor, get rid of it. We will save it, and then we'll run it. So this allows you to incrementally change what you've written, and it will reflect here. So let me just explain to you a few more things. What is this print, and what is this? Um, why do I need quotes? And what is this open and close brackets? Well, anything that's this print is actually a function, and you know it's a function because it has a bracket, open and close bracket underneath. And what we're doing is we're actually passing in the attribute, what is your name, which is actually a string, and it defines itself as a string because we've used a quotation. You can actually use a single quotation as well, a front and back, but they have to be equal. And you can actually use a double quotation, sorry, triple quotation. And we'll save that, save, and then we'll run. And you'll notice that is exactly the same thing. So the commonest one that you'll be using is alternating between single quotation and double quotation. And the reason why you want to alternate between that is, for example, there is no apostrophe here, but let's just say what's your name? Notice that it's not all green anymore. It's because it actually interprets this as the end. So if we let me delete print. If we save that and then we run it, you'll actually say undetermined string iteral defected line. So that means this is causing issues. So if we delete that and we save again and then we run it, same thing, you forgot a comma. So it doesn't really know. So how can we print this apostrophe whilst also printing the whole thing? We actually need to use a double quote. So double quote. So I like to alternate between double quotes and single quotes. I forget what my preference is. I have not coded in a while. So let's click save, and then we'll run this module. And you'll notice what's your, oh, I forgot the R. What's your, I just click, I just said that quickly with the short key. What's your name? Great. And that's it. That's all there is. So stay tuned for the next one. We'll go a bit deeper, and I'll explain to you the basic layout of how to write Python, PEP 8, and why you should adhere to PEP 8, and just what else? I'll be talking about data types. That's very important, and we'll just play around with Python and possibly write a calculator and do some sorting of letters. And yeah, so stay tuned for the next one. I'll have that out very soon. Bye.